And then the Bible says, when he said, you are Peter, he said, upon the rock, not upon the particle of the rock. Upon the rock, I will build my church. Listen to this. I will build my church. Even the gates. I guess my respect. Let's announce it. Let's announce it. I've come to announce that. Let's announce it in Marisbeck, in KZN, in South Africa, in Africa. The church is upon the rock. The spirits will come. The devils will come. The evil spirit will come. Even the false prophets will come. But the church is standing upon the rock. And there is no gates of hell that shall prevail against the church. The church is an unshakable body. The church is an undefeated. Nobody can defeat the church. The church is always above and not beneath. The church is always the head and not the tail. The church. The church. But you know, that thing excited me. But there is something that made me so happy. That I give you the keys. The authority. I give you the keys. The access. I give you the keys. The power to move in. I give you the keys. To experience what you did not know before. I give you the keys. Can you receive the keys tonight? Can you receive the keys? Let's go back to where Peter was with Jesus and take the keys. Take the keys. And the Bible says, he said, what you open on earth, it's open in heaven. In other words, you're given the authority to operate into the jewel. When you do things here, it is done in heaven. In other words, as automatical when you are doing it here. Oh yeah. Are you still with me, Basalwa? The heaven is waiting for us to do it here so that it will do it in heaven. So now we have the keys. We have the keys. The keys of the kingdom. This is not the keys of the church. This is not the keys of everything. We have the keys of the kingdom. It is not the kingdom if there is no king. It is not the kingdom if there is no domain. So now we have the keys of the king and his domain. And his domain. But you know, he said, as you have been in this level, I want to take you to the last one. I want to take you to the last one. Let me tell you this. In the first level, there were 4. It was Peter, his brothers, and John. 4. The first level. Leolandel. It's not easy. 4. Don't think that in every level you will go with your friends. In the second level, as you move in the level, even as a pastor, you leave other people. It's so painful, but it happens. It's so painful, but it happens. Others you lose because they don't know the level that you have ascended. You know, the second level, the level of power, they were 12 in the second level. But in the third level, there were 72. Only one received the next one. But from this one, from 72 or 71 or 70, because other translation they say all of that, to the next one it was 3. The one that we're reading about, it was 3. It simply means the level you are going, it separates. The next level separates. You know, when you go up in the levels, it becomes so cold. Because as you go out, you lose people. And when you're there, nobody understands you. Even if you are there, you don't understand what is there. Babe, I understand. Banyuga no Jesu, when they were there up, and Jesus changed. He was glorified. The glory set on him. When you see the glory, you must understand that something big is about to happen. When you see the glory, that's why the devil wants us to mess up with sins, mess up with, not loving each other, divisions and other things, because he does not want the glory to sit on us. Because the glory does not sit on the hatred church. The glory does not sit on the people that hate each other. The separation, the glory does not sit on such people. But when they were there, Jesus, the glory was on Jesus but not on them. The glory was on Jesus but not on them. The most painful thing came the saints of the Old Testament, and the glory was upon the Old Testament saints, because the New Testament saints, they did not know what was happening in this level. You see, but what we need is the glory of God to come back into the church. Sermons will be short when the glory is there. Nobody will sweat when the glory is there. Miracles will happen and nobody even notice, because in the presence of God, where there is glory, we don't work hard. I know if you can carry the glory of God, you can go wherever there is business, you will take it and come back so easily. You don't have to bribe anybody because of the glory. The glory is the bribe itself. Ankulum. Inkazimulo bazalwane, inkazimulo, the glory. Bribe wayona. When you carry the glory, you don't bow on other altars. When you carry the glory, you don't want to go anywhere, because the glory will open doors. The glory will rise you up. The glory will open doors. The glory will make your work less. Come to Moses, and Moses was the symbol of law, and came Elijah, and he was the symbol of prophets. Why we don't go according to the law today, but go according to the prophecy? Why do we do that? Because if we follow the law, we follow what has been done with. But we hear Paul say, the church is built upon the foundations of apostles and prophets. So there are things when the glory comes will confirm. But there are things that the glory cannot confirm. Not confirm. Because nobody has gone back to the law. Isn't a controversy. Controversy.